Recording in progress. So I will ask Neutral MILF Hotel to call the coin toss. Would you like heads or tails?
Heads, please.
Okay. It is a tails. So quiz machine kills fascists. Would you like to go first or second?
Let's go first, please.
Lovely.
Nice job, Troy.
Thank you. I have made my contribution.
So just let me double check. Oliver, Ned, Peter and Paul, Andrew, Susanna, Victoria and Troy. Yeah, great. Okay, so let's get cracking with round one, question 1A to Oliver. Including a fraction, what is the formula for calculating the area of a triangle?
Half of the base times the height.
Half of the base times the height gets you 2 points.
Could you turn that up just a little bit? It was kind of hard to hear. I guess I can.
Oh, yeah,
I can hear everybody else just fine. It was just it sounded a little.
Which, me or Oliver?
Oliver.
Oh, fine.
There you go.
As long as you can hear me. Okay, 1B to Andrew. In chess, what piece is moved with the rook when castling?
The king.
The king it is. 2A to Ned. Life is wasted on the living was a tagline for which HBO drama series released between 2001 and 2005?
Six feet under.
6 feet under is right. Yes, 2 points.
Great play. Well done. Well played.
2B to Susanna. What is the name for the psychoactive concoction made from the species B. caapi and P. viridis, used for both spiritual and recreational purposes by indigenous peoples for over 1,000 years? It is now also popular with tourists in South America.
Could you repeat, please?
Yeah, of course. What is the name for the psychoactive concoction made from the species B. caapi and P. viridis, used for both spiritual and recreational purposes by indigenous peoples for over 1,000 years? It is now also popular with tourists in South America.
Ayahuasca?
Ayahuasca is absolutely right. 2 points.
Susanna.
3A to Peter. What was the shared surname of siblings Hans and Sophie, who in 1943 were executed as members of the White Rose, a German non-violent resistance group opposing Nazi rule? Five seconds.
Scholl.
Scholl is absolutely right. 2 points.
Nicely done, Peter.
Well done.
Victoria. Which narrow corridor of Afghanistan is bordered by Tajikistan to its north, Pakistan to its south, and China to its east?
The Wakhan corridor.
2 points. 4A to Paul. Many different men are rumoured to be the subject of the Carly Simon song, You're So Vain. But which of the suspects sings backing vocals on the track?
Oliver.
Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger, point to Oliver.
Nice.
Well done.
That's okay.
And last question, the round goes to Troy. After a remark made on an internet forum on Christianity in 2005 by a user with the first name Nathan, what internet law suggests that an honest presentation of one's sincerely held extreme views is indistinguishable from a parody of said views? Five seconds.
Pass to Victoria.
Poe's law.
Poe's Law is right for a point to Victoria,
Well done.
which means at the end of round 1, that is 7 to Christmas Machine Kills Fascists and 7 to Neutral Milf Hotel. Round 2, question 1A goes to Oliver. Which Hindu nationalist, who was later executed for the crime, wrote the book Why I Killed Gandhi?
Naharam Godse.
Is absolutely right. 2 points. To 1B, sorry, to Andrew. Lake Nubia is the Sudanese portion of what artificial body of water, which mostly lies outside the country's borders?
Lake Nasser.
Lake Nasser is right. 2A to Ned. Mariachi is a musical style originating in which country?
Mexico.
Mexico is right. And Susanna, which maternal granddaughter of Mario Prada was born Maria Bianchi, Bianchi, and is currently the head designer of the Prada fashion house. She also founded a spin-off brand, which is the first 3 letters of her first name repeated twice. First name
Mucha?
acceptable and required.
Mucha? You said spelling or what?
No, you're fine. Yeah, Mucha, absolutely right.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Thanks.
First name acceptable and required. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. 3A to Peter. The element americium is used in the most common type of what household safety objects? These use ionization to detect differences in air composition. Five seconds.
Smoke detectors.
Smoke detectors gets you 2 points. 3B to Victoria. Played on horseback and so named because a live duck originally featured. What is the national sport of Argentina?
Pato.
Pato is right.
Well done.
Yeah.
4A to Paul. Which 1986 Hong Kong action film saw the beginning of the gun fu subgenre and launched both director John Woo and lead actor Chow Yun-fat into superstardom in Asia?
Oliver.
Hard boiled.
It's not, so across.
Andrew.
Killers.
It's not, it's A Better Tomorrow.
Mm.
Not what I was-
I was going to say
Six.
hard boiled as well. so-
Yep.
That was my first choice.
Okay, first X of the match. 4B to Troy. Sometimes referred to as this city's Arc de Triomphe due to its striking resemblance to the Paris Monument, Patuxai is a memorial to those killed in World War II and those fighting for independence from France that stands in which Asian capital?
Could you spell the Patuxai word?
Absolutely can. Patuxai. 5 seconds.
Vietnam.
It's not, so cross.
Peter.
You want the capital, don't you?
Yes, I do.
NTN.
It is Vientiane, yeah. Yeah.
Well played. Very good.
So point there to Peter, which means that was 7 to Good Machine Kills Fascists, making 14, and 6 to Neutral MILF Hotel, making 13. Round 3, question 1A to Oliver. The songs Big Empty by Stone Temple Pilots and Burn by The Cure were recorded for the soundtrack of which 90s comic book-based film, which also featured tracks by Rage Against the Machine and The Violent Femmes? Five seconds. Let's go to the team.
Tank Girl.
It's not, it's going across.
Go ahead, Susanna.
The Crow.
It is The Crow. Point to Susanna.
Good.
Yes, it was.
That was what I was going to go to, but those are the deeper cuts. So burn. Yeah.
Good.
Okay, Andrew, your question. Odori ibi is a type of sashimi where which sea creature is consumed live?
Can you just spell the
I
Japanese?
absolutely can spell it. Odori, and then second word, ebi.
I'll pass.
Victoria, take it.
Shrimp, and I can be more specific if you need.
No, prawn or shrimp are both fine. So point to Victoria. 2A goes to Ned. The town of Badolite became known as the Versailles of the jungle after being developed in the pet project Mobutu Sese Seko, in which country, now known as the Democratic Republic of the Congo? Is right for 2 points. That's a lot of difficult words to pronounce for an easy, well, for
I never knew it was a silent chief until now.
that's a pronunciation guide I've got. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't know either. Okay, 2B to Susanna. Which Antarctic sea is named after an explorer who died in a plane crash in a rescue mission to recover the crew of the airship Italia? Five seconds.
To be sure, I'll just pass.
Andrew.
Amundsen Sea.
The Amundsen Sea is right for a point to Andrew.
Thank you.
Good job, Andrew.
That's how you died.
Peter, which film concerning an imminent collision between an asteroid and Earth features Morgan Freeman in the role of the US president and was released in the US just 2 months before Armageddon?
Deep Impact.
Deep Impact is right, 2 points. Victoria. Koans, which are questions or stories designed to provoke the great doubt, are elements of the practice of what school of Buddhism, often closely associated with Japan?
Then
Zen is right for 2. Paul. Which gemstone, named after a country, is a blue or violet variety of zoisite and is only found in a small area near the Mererani Hills?
Tanzanite.
Tanzanite is absolutely right. And Troy, your question. Despite never winning a Grand Slam singles title before or after, which Serbian tennis player was crowned world #1 in women's singles for 2 periods between 2008 and 2009?
Ivanovic.
It's not, so across.
Peter.
Yankovic.
Yelena Yankovic is right, point to Peter.
Well played, Peter.
So that once again was 7 for Quiz Machine Kills Fascists, making 21, and 5 for Neutral Milk Hotel, making 18. So 3 points in it as we go into round 4, and question 1A to Oliver. Since season 2 of Seth MacFarlane's Family Guy, which actress has voiced Meg Griffin?
Mila Kunis.
2 points.
Right.
1B to Andrew. Portrait of a young man was stolen by Nazis and is missing since 1945. Depicted in The Simpsons, where it is recovered by Abraham Simpson's military unit, and in the film The Monuments Men, where it is shown being thrown into a fire, what Italian of the Renaissance painted this work? Five seconds.
Pass.
Victoria, good.
Raphael.
Raphael, for point to Victoria.
Very good.
Okay, 2A to Ned. Hang on a second. What word derived from the Gugu Yimidhir language of Australia refers to animals of the genus Dasyurus? The largest of these animals is the world's second largest carnivorous marsupial and is alternatively known as the tiger cat.
Could you repeat that and spell the words?
Yeah, absolutely. What words derived from the Gugu Yimidhir language of Australia? So that's Guugu. Second word, Yimidhirr, refers to animals of the genus Dasyurus, and that's Dasyurus. The largest of these animals is the world's second largest carnivorous marsupial and is alternatively known as the tiger cat. Five seconds.
Quoll?
Was that quoll?
Quoll, yeah.
Quoll, yeah, 2 points.
Oh,
How do you spell that?
Nice work.
Quoll.
Yeah, okay.
Great answer.
What's
So
an
that,
answer
that,
there?
that, that was a very reluctant quoll. I was hoping you might go for it.
That's the Eric Carle's second most famous book.
The very carnivorous quoll.
Great answer, Ned.
Very
Okay.
hard.
Crikey. The very
2B to
carnivorous
Susanna.
quoll.
At the 1980 Moscow Olympics, which country that marched under the Olympic flag as part of a soft boycott finished 5th on gold medals, making it the highest ranked country not aligned with the Soviet Union? Among its golds were wins in men's 200 meters and women's high jump.
Wait, what year did you? 1980. Okay.
5 seconds.
The UK.
It's not, so that goes across.
Italy.
Point to Paul.
Nice.
To get rid of that.
Yep.
Cool, get rid of it.
Oh, maybe it is. We'll see.
So 3A to Peter. FIFA, I, and Logozo are all albums by which Yoruba singer dubbed the Queen of World Music?
Would you repeat the albums again?
Yeah, FIFA, that's FIFA, I, AYE, and Logozo, LOGOZO. Five seconds.
Dangar.
It's not, so across.
Victoria, good.
Kijo.
Angelique Kidjo is right. Point to Victoria.
Oh, she's Yoruba. Oh.
I don't know if she was either, but I recognize
Yeah,
her titles.
Mhm.
that's
I-
very good.
Yeah, I associate her with a different country. Anyway, I better not say anything. But
I mean, the country is like right there, so maybe.
oh, that's very frustrating. Okay.
Nice get, Victoria.
Thanks.
Okay, so point to Victoria, and Victoria, your own question. Which peer-to-peer file sharing software created by Mark Gorton and featuring a citrus on its logo was ordered to shut down via a 2010 injunction during its legal battle with Arista Records? Five seconds.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Pass.
Go ahead, Susanna.
LimeWire.
LimeWire is right. Point to Susanna.
Very glad I did not go for it.
4-8 to Paul. The 1941 German capture of which largest Greek island in Operation Mercury is notable for being the first successful invasion conducted primarily by paratroopers?
Crete.
2 points. Our last question of the half goes to Troy. Clinton, still commonly referred to by its previous name of Hell's Kitchen, is a gentrified neighborhood in which city?
New York City.
Is right for 2 points.
People call it Clinton. What? Honestly.
So in an astonishing bit of consistency, that is 7 points again to Kuznichenko's Fascists, making 28, and 5 to Neutral Move Hotel, making 23. So 5 points in it at half time. Is everybody happy to carry on?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, half time, question order changes. Round 5, question 1A goes to Andrew. Who voiced the South Park character Chef before departing the show due to conflict with his Church of Scientology affiliation?
Hayes.
Isaac Hayes is absolutely right, 2 points. 1B to Oliver. What artist of the Dutch Golden Age painted Storm on the Sea of Galilee, stolen from Boston's Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in 1990?
Rembrandt van Rijn.
Rembrandt van Rijn is absolutely
First
right.
names
Paul,
only.
if you
First
could,
names only.
Paul Emerson, if you could
Yeah,
mute
yeah,
yourself
yeah.
and disappear, that'd be grand. Okay, so where were we? Okay, 2A to Susanna. Which 90s film, based on a hero from Image Comics, featured a soundtrack of several collaborations, including Marilyn Manson with Sneaker Pimps, Butthole Surfers with Moby, and Metallica with DJ Spooky?
You guys have more than I do, so pass.
Andrew.
Spawn.
Spawn is right for a
Nice.
point, Andrew.
Very nice.
Was it? Sorry.
Spawn.
Wow.
2B to Ned. Despite never winning a Grand Slam singles title before or since, which Russian tennis player was crowned world #1 in women's singles twice in 2009? Five seconds. That's going to go to the team.
Safina.
Dinara Safina is right. Point to Paul.
Well done.
3A to Victoria. Which gemstone, named after a financier, is an orange or pink variety of beryl?
Morganite.
Morganite gets you 2 points.
Nice.
Good job, Victoria.
3B to Peter. San nakji is a Korean dish where which sea creature is served alive or immediately after death, so that in either case it is still moving?
Yeah, I'm going to pass that because I think I'm probably the worst in our team on food and drink.
Okay.
Oliver.
Octopus.
Octopus is right for a point to Oliver.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, brilliant.
As in old boy.
Well done.
What's that done? Why has that done that? Okay, good. 4A to Troy. Over 21,000 mostly British, American and Canadian troops were parachuted into what French region as part of Operation Overlord?
Normandy.
Normandy's right for 2. And finally, 4B to Paul. Portobello Road can be found in Notting Hill, a gentrified area of which city?
London.
London is right. for
Geographic
2 points.
bias. Geographic bias.
You got the New York question on your team.
And it was
So you're a
supposed to be-
professional comedian with that one, Paul. That timing.
I read
s-
Paddington. I know there's Portobello Road.
So, in a massive change from previous rounds, Quiz Machine Kills Fascists got 6 points, making 34, and Neutral Mirth Hotel got 7, making 30. So round 6, question 1A to Andrew. Which Israeli political extremist is serving a life sentence for the murder of Yitzhak Rabin? Five seconds.
Yigal Amir.
Yigal Amir is absolutely right for 2 points. Great answer.
Oh, wow.
Great
Good
answer.
job, Andrew.
1B to
Not
Oliver.
clapping for Yigal Amir, just for...
Yeah.
1B to Oliver. In chess, what pieces are allowed to capture en passant if a piece of the same type is moved past them when it takes its first 2-square move?
Let's go
seconds.
for pawns.
Yes.
You go for pawns, and that'll get you 2 points.
Oh, living dangerously here.
Hopefully. 2 square moves. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
2A to Susanna. Including an exponent, what is the formula for calculating the area of a circle?
Pi r squared.
Pi r squared is right for 2. 2B to Ned. Unveiled in 1996 and having a close resemblance to Cristo Redentor that overlooks Rio de Janeiro, Cristo Rey is a 27-meter tall statue of Jesus Christ that can be found in which Asian capital?
You spell it, I guess. Wow.
Sorry, spell
You spell it, yeah. Go on.
Cristo. So Cristo, Cristo, Rei, Rei.
Can you please repeat the whole thing,
Yeah,
actually?
of course.
Thanks.
Unveiled in 1996 and having a close resemblance to Cristo Redentor that overlooks Rio de Janeiro, Cristo Rey is a 27-meter tall statue of Jesus Christ that can be found in which Asian capital?
Guessing I'll pass.
That was probably a mistake.
Manila.
It's not. So across.
Oh.
Go ahead, Victoria.
Dealey.
It is Dili. Yes.
Nice.
Oh.
Good.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was built as kind of an attempt to stop the secession movement.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought like the Portuguese thing. Yeah.
So point to Victoria and your own question. What member of another group provided backing vocals and is listed as a co-writer alongside Mark Knopfler on the Dire Straits track Money for Nothing?
I have no idea. And y'all know it, so I'm gonna pass.
Sting.
It is Sting. Point to Troy.
Wow.
3B to Peter. The Akosombo Dam in Ghana is on what river, which also gives its name to the artificial lake that is one of the 10 largest in the world?
Volta.
Volta is right for 2. And Troy, which successful 1978 collaboration between director Yuen Wu Ping and lead actor Jackie Chan, in which Chan plays folk hero Wong Fei Hung, cemented Chan as a major box office draw in Asia? Snake in the Eagle's Shadow was released earlier that year to less success. Five seconds.
Pass to Andrew.
Legend of Drunken Master.
Drunken Master, absolutely right. Yes.
Yay!
Point
Well done.
to Andrew.
Well
Very
done.
good.
Andrew.
And last question of the round goes to Paul. After an American attorney with the first name Mike, what internet law suggests that the longer a discussion goes, the more likely it is that a comparison to the Nazis will be raised?
Godwin.
Godwin's law is absolutely right for 2 points to Paul. So that was 6 to Quiz Machine Kills Fascists, making 40, and 7 to Neutral Milf Hotel, making 37. 2 rounds to go, 3 points in it. And we start again with Andrew. Samba is a musical style originating in which country?
Brazil.
Brazil gets you 2. Oliver, of great strategic value in its civil wars, which valley in Afghanistan has a name meaning 5 lions?
The Swat Valley.
It's not, so that goes across.
Sorry.
Victoria.
Kojand.
It's not, it's Panjshir.
Oh,
Blimey.
I didn't know that.
So I think that's the second X of the
there was a
match.
restaurant in town named that. So it was a long time ago, though. So
Okay, so Susanna, 2A. No law can make it respectable was a tagline for which HBO drama series released between 2004 and 2006? Five seconds.
Deadwood.
Deadwood is right for 2 points.
Oh my God, I really thought it was Big Love.
Yeah,
Was that the one with
Good
was that the one with Ian McShane in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Swearing.
Good
off.
job.
Yeah.
Good work, Susanna.
Thank you.
2B to Ned. Which fashion designer, the sister of Gianni Versace, is the artistic director of the Versace fashion house? First name acceptable and required.
Donatello?
Sorry?
Donatello?
Donatello, absolutely right. Yes. Sorry, you broke up there.
Well
For a
done,
second.
Ned. Well done.
2 points. 3A to Victoria. What was the shared surname of 3 sisters, Patria, Minerva, and Maria Theresa, who were assassinated in 1960 amidst their opposition to the Trujillo regime in the Dominican Republic?
The Mirabal sisters.
The Mirabal sisters gets you 2.
Wow. Great answer.
Thank you.
3B to Peter. A contact sport popular in the Indian subcontinent, which sport involves a raider who must recite the name of the game to confirm that they are only using a single breath during their raid?
Kabaddi.
Kabaddi.
Absolutely right. 2 points. Troy. More than half of the supply of the element palladium is used in what automotive devices? These use a redox reaction to change harmful pollutants into less harmful gases.
Catalytic converter.
Catalytic converter gets you 2. And last question of the round goes to Paul. Smoked from a bong by Miley Cyrus in a somewhat viral video of 2020, what psychoactive plant from the Mazateca cloud forests of Mexico is named for its genus? Its full species name includes Divinorum and means sage of the diviners.
Uh-oh.
Five seconds.
Peyote.
It's not, so it goes across.
Victoria.
Salvia.
Salvia is right for a point to Victoria.
Nice.
They have it at the hipster tea shop I go to.
So that was 4 points
God,
to Quiz Machine
you.
Kills Fascists, taking them on to 44, and 9 points, including a full house, for Neutral Milf Hotel, taking them to 46.
Exciting. Go for it, guys.
So round 8, the final round, 2 points in the game, and question 1A goes to Andrew. Which tree-dwelling mammal native to Asia, the only extant member of the genus Arctictis, is alternatively known as the bear cat? Five seconds.
Binturong.
Binturong gets you 2.
Very nice.
Nice pull, Andrew.
1B to Oliver. Which Swedish peer-to-peer file sharing website featuring a ship in its logo had its founders sentenced to large fines and a year in prison in 2009?
Pirate Bay.
Pirate Bay is right for 2. 2A to Susanna. In the 1980s, which dictator embarked on a grand plan to restore the ancient city of Babylon, lying within his borders near the city of Hilar?
Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein is right for 2.
Good job, Susanna.
2B goes to Ned. Which Antarctic sea, regarded as the most southern sea on Earth, is named after the British explorer and naval officer who discovered Mount Erebus?
Okay, that one probably is the what else? I'd guess.
Weddell.
Sorry, Ned?
Weddell.
It's not, so it goes across.
Victoria.
Ross.
It is the Ross Sea. Point to Victoria.
You had to go for it, Ned. You had to go.
Ned,
for
you
it.
had to go for it. It was the right thing to do.
Yeah, that would have been pointless.
Yeah, I think I'd have said the same.
I was on Waddell also.
I'm surprised that it wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay, 3A goes to Victoria. Which film, released in the US 2 months before the film Volcano, features Pierce Brosnan as a seismologist who was initially disbelieved while predicting an eruption that would threaten the film's titular town?
What's the score?
You're 5 points clear.
I'm still gonna pass.
Okay.
Dante's Peak.
Dante's Peak is right for point to Troy. 3B goes to Peter. What Sanskrit word meaning to think refers to a word, phrase, or sound that is repeated many times for the purpose of meditation and other Eastern religious practices?
Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, of course. What Sanskrit word meaning to think refers to a word, phrase, or sound that is repeated many times for the purpose of meditation and other Eastern religious practices?
I've got to go for it, haven't I?
Yeah.
5 seconds.
Mantra.
Mantra is absolutely right for 2 points.
I definitely would have passed that. I thought that was a hard one for some reason.
Do you want a score count or?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Okay, so 4 to QMKF making 48 and 6 to Neutral Milf making 52. So we go into question 4A to Troy. Which Yoruba singer, who was dubbed the King of Afrobeat, shot to fame fronting the group Africa 70?
Fela Kuti.
Fela Kuti for 2. And final question
Give
goes
me
to
my
Paul.
Olympics question, and I want it now.
Here is your Olympics question. At the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics, Which communist-aligned country broke ranks with its allies and attended, finishing second on the gold medal tally, including wins in the women's
Romania.
800 meters, 3,000
Romania.
meters, and long jump?
Romania.
Yes, it's
Are
Romania.
you sure?
Which means the final round was 6 to Quiz Machine Kills Fascists, making 50, and 8 to Neutral Move Hotel, making 54.
Really good game.
Fantastic match.
Well
Really good
played.
game.
You, no,
Couldn't
you,
have taken
you
any
deserve
of it
to
for
win that.
granted,
Well
so-
played.
It's a thoroughly deserved win and well played.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
well
Thank you so
played.
much.
Great game.
Good luck in the next round.
I'm genuinely proud to run.
Ollie, put yourself on mute.
Genuinely proud to run you that close, but the really annoying one was the Wakan corridor and then the unanswerable pair.
Oh yes, yeah.
Well, you got the rough half of the Vientiane Dilly pair too.
Saying Vietnam instead of Vientiane is one of the most boneheaded things I've ever done. Yeah.
And
But it's
I,
a good
I,
thing. It's a good thing no one's recording it.
Yeah.
I need to learn to associate Yoruba. It could be Benin. I just was completely thrown by that.
That was fair enough, I think.
Yeah, no, it's fair enough.
The album title, I would not have thought of her either.
Yeah, I just didn't even consider Kijo because of that. Silly, really.
Well, same here. But I think if we'd got a Shiliguri neck pair, it usually comes out as a pair to the Wakan corridor.
Oh yes, yeah.
Or the Capri V strip.
And then
A
Ned
good
wouldn't have
packet
it.
too.
It-
I mean,
it-
not
it is
that
you-
I expected a bad packet.
What
but-
was the pair to that one? I forget.
The chicken's neck, isn't it? The silly.
No, but what was the pair to Wakan?
The Valley.
And Shane.
Oh, the Afghanistan one. Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
But then
That
if
was a bit-
we
that was a
got
bit-
if we
bit of a
got
break.
that,
Afghanistan instead of like, you
got
know,
that, then I would have had a
Yeah,
fist
I
out
was
for
like
Ross
between
because I
two
knew
other
Ross
valleys,
too.
and neither of them
Yeah.
were the right answer.
I
Ned.
can throw some spares at you if you want to.
Yes, please.
absolutely.
Of course.
Which rock and roll charity group consisted of writers such as Stephen King, Amy Tan,
Rock Bottom Remainders.
Rock Bottom Remainders.
Rock
Yeah.
Bottom Remainders? Observed on the 25th of April, what day of remembrance in Australia and
Anzac.
New Zealand?
Mm.
Yeah, Anzac Day, yeah. A sisterhood known as the Bene Gesserit,
Dune.
June?
June, yeah, absolutely. And the element protactinium was discovered by what woman who would later discover nuclear fission with nephew Otto Frisch?
Meitner.
Right now, yeah, absolutely.
I've got to say as well that I thought that the Paraguay question was much harder than Hans and Sophie Scholl, and for you to
Dominican
for you to
Republic.
get 2 points.
Mirror, but I
True,
didn't
yeah.
particularly. I thought it was a tiny bit harder, but I don't think that was particularly
I
unbalanced.
actually don't know if it might even play the other way around in the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah, in
Oh,
America.
maybe,
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
thought.
it's definitely come up in a Rob Hanna quiz, Paul.
However, if you are the World Quizzer of the Year, it's very.
Oh God.
But no,
if
there was a couple that you got for 2 that were real stabs.
Mm.
The
Real brutes.
the
Right, gotta go, guys.
Rabin's assassin.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, that was
Right,
great.
Ned.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Well
And
done.
it's the silent killer.
See you
Oh,
next
actually, hang
time.
on a sec, I'm gonna stop
Cheers,
recording.
Ned.